this is Moita. Welcome back to my channel, Curls Books and Bites. How are you guys doing? I hope you're having fun reading as much as I am. Although this month I didn't read a lot, I did purchase quite a few books. So without wasting any further time, I'm just going to start introducing all the books that I hauled this month. Okay, so the first book that I got for myself is Cinder by Marissa Mayer. Now, I have wanted to read this book for quite a while, and the two things that got me interested, the two words that got me interested in this book are Cinderella and cyborg. It funnily reminded me of this Friends episode in which Rachel and Phoebe take a literature class and Rachel ends up comparing Jane Eyre to RoboCop. I don't know why, but I was just reminded of that episode and I wanted to pick this up. And besides, I enjoy a good retelling of the Cinderella story anytime. So I'm quite pumped about this book because I know it's going to be a fun ride and I hope it meets my expectations. The second book that I purchased for myself is sort of a biography. It's an inspirational, informative book, and that is Biography of Elon Musk by Ashley Vance. And obviously, I picked this book for its cover. So this book is targeted towards a more younger audience, probably kids or teenagers, because the print is pretty spaced out and there are pictures apparently which I just saw, and even the font is pretty large. So I think I'll just read this when I want to have a break from fiction. And look at the cover, it's so pretty. So I'm expecting this to be sort of an out-and-out inspirational sort of book, and I'm going to put this in my June TBR list. And I hope I stick to the TBR list. Okay, now the third book that I hauled is actually something that I got on a whim, and that is the Marathi translated version of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And this one is called Harry Potter Ani Paris. And I have no idea why I picked this book up. I don't know if I have any expectations from this book. I don't know if it's wise to keep any expectations from this book because obviously it's going to weird me out, but I still wanted to give it a chance. Know what I mean? And I actually read the first chapter and it was very difficult to get through because the translation is it's very complicated. So, to put it simply, instead of eating like that, the translator decided to eat like that. Know what I mean? So I hope that the book progresses as it progresses, it gets better. But I just found that the translation is too complicated and it's too adulty and the words that are used are very, very heavy. And I wish it was made simpler and easy to grab attention. But I guess I'm going to read this book for when I want to get judgmental. Yeah, but by no means am I saying that reading translated books is bad, and which is exactly why I picked this book up, because I wanted to see how it has been translated in Marathi, my favorite series, and if the essence of the story still gets across. That's what I wanted to see. The fourth book that I chose is The Help by Catherine Stockett. This book is probably going to be like a very emotional read where people bond in sort of trying circumstances. It's going to follow the story of African American maids who raise white children and the bonds that they have and how they come to rely and depend on each other. So it's obviously going to touch upon topics like racial issues and unexpected bonding maybe, and I always like such books that make me feel good. I normally tend to tear up, and who doesn't like reading books that make them cry? The fifth book in my May haul is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. This book is set in the backdrop of World War II. It's about two sisters who are, I think, based in France, and they get separated, and this story is about freedom and love and courage of women in World War II. So I'm really pumped up about reading this book. In fact, I haven't read too many books that revolve around World War II. There was this one book that I read last year. It was Train to Istanbul, but it did not impress me at all. I have read a lot of good reviews on this one, and I sure hope that this one meets my expectations. The sixth book is The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. For those of you who are following me on Instagram, and if you aren't, then I implore you to please follow me on Instagram. I'll leave the link down below. Just so you know, my Instagram handle is by the same name, Curls Books and Bites. So please follow me for some bookish photographs, which, if I may say so myself, I'm rather decent at. So please go follow me on Instagram. So for those of you who already do know that I have been reading this book and I'm almost through. I think I'm just last 50 pages that are still remaining for me to read. So I'm almost done with this book and I have enjoyed it so much. It's so eerie and dark, and it's like a very darkish fairy tale, and it's really, really fun to read. So this is the book that I purchased for May, and I almost finished it. And Well, once I'm done with this, I will probably make the next video that I make will be probably the review of this one. The seventh book is the book that actually got sent to me by its author. The book is called Sunshine Town by Manish Arora, and thank you so much for sending this book my way. It's about a kid called Shlok. He's a simpleton. He is from a small town, and I think it's about dealing with exam stress, and then he has a crush on a girl who he wants to impress. He's not too ambitious. All he wants is to make his parents happy and, woo this girl. But his life pretty much falls into shambles when he doesn't crack an exam, when he fails some entrance exam. And from there on, his life takes a pretty turbulent turn and is full of challenges. This book is targeted towards school-going kids and college-going kids who take a lot of exams, who deal with a lot of exam stress. And if you want to check out the review of this book, please follow me on Instagram, because I will soon be putting a mini review of this one, The Sunshine Town, on my Instagram account. The eighth and the final book is Still Me by Jojo Moyes, Jojo Moyes. I should have looked this up. If you know the correct pronunciation, please correct me in the comments below. So from what I read in the blurb, I didn't really understand what the book is about, and there really isn't much to share or translate from the blurb to you. So I'm just going to read the blurb out. Lou Clark knows too many things. She knows how many miles lie between her new home in New York and her new boyfriend Sam in London. She knows her employer is a good man, and she knows his wife is keeping a secret from him. What Lou doesn't know is she's about to meet someone who is going to turn her whole life upside down. Because Josh will remind her so much of a man she used to know that it'll hurt. Lou won't know what to do next, but she knows that whatever she chooses is going to change everything. It seems to be a book where a lot happens in Lou's life, and I guess she has too many things going on around her, and her life is probably going to be all over the place. So I'm really, really looking forward to pick this one up. Out of the 8 books that I got, I hope I finish at least 5 in June. Well, that's the plan anyway. And give me a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and please comment on my videos. Until next time, bye-bye!